Okay, we're back. Let's get some face on here today. Eyes or something. So like the skull, eye socket. That's kind of where the eye sockets are. Brow. You know, the brow and the hair on the brow are kind of two separate things. You get like this crease from knitting the brows together. And I tend to make my eyes kind of large. Because I watched a lot of anime in my formative years as an artist. These eyes are a little bit more appropriate to size of the face. I like doing big eyes on characters, though, for a couple of reasons. You know, eyes are extremely expressive, and eyebrows also extremely expressive. So, you know, especially when you need to communicate emotion in a low detail environment, if you have big eyes and big eyebrows, you can carry a lot of that emotional presence just with that. So, something to keep in mind. So these are the irises. And there's the pupils. Pretty good. Man, she's got big eyebrows. Super cool. You know who's got my favorite real people eyebrows? Is Maisie Williams. That's her name. I kept calling her Arya, but that's Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. No, but Maisie Williams has awesome real people eyebrows. I love it when a real life human being is like peak character design. So, something that I'm doing here. You know, the hair on the eyebrow does not necessarily go all the way to the bottom of the brow itself, but in this case, they're going to be one and the same. Pretty much more or less. Come to points. And we're going to darken in the behind the eye there. And she's got eyelashes. My wife and I always joke that you can tell it's a girl because it's got eyelashes. That's how you know. And that is, I think, probably the funniest and most common bit of like visual shorthand and character design It's just like, it's got eyelashes. It's a girl. Everything in Hades is like soaked in shadow, right? I guess she's got a very Greek nose. Somebody told me I had a Greek nose once, which... Whenever somebody makes a comment about your physical appearance, you're never really sure how to take it. This was in high school, too, so it was like... You can tell I still think about it. But I don't know, I like you like a face with strong physical features. I love noses. Noses are super cool. Ears. Eyes, lips, you know, the big four. Just making sure I mentioned 4 things. Eyebrows, though, also, so I guess the big 5. No, it just, there are so many ways to build a face with essentially the same components, right? So I just think it's really cool when somebody has a really interesting and distinct face. I think we've got almost all of the roughs that we need. We're getting really close. And then we're going to spend a lot of time refining this. Lips are cool. All facial features are cool. It's cool that people look like things, right? People look like stuff. We should all have a little bit more appreciation for the cool variety of faces that exists in the world. I was saying before that Hades is soaked in shadow, and I'm going to do a little Hades shading here. To help me figure this out a little bit better. Because, you know, you look at the official art, you look at the reference images that I've got here, which I know you can't see them, but you can look them up easily enough. That's not in shadow is the nose. And I've got deeper shadows on the parts of a face that are usually shadowed. Neat. do a tone like Chainsaw Man where everything is gray. Nice. Heavy lines on the eyes. Cool. I'm gonna tap this out a little bit because neat. I didn't do any of the armor details on her arm before. Kind of roughly have in where the bracers are, but enough. And then she's got like this cool armlet thing. What a cool character. Oh, and of course the skull, which I don't have any reference images for. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. It's got a moon on it, shockingly. And then it just kind of looks like a skull. Cool stylized skull. And I think mine's gonna look like garbage the first time I draw it, because just because that's how we roll. Doesn't look like garbage the first time you tried it. Did you really learn anything? Some little vampire tooths and some other tooths. Can you even tell what I'm doing? Is it all in my brain? Tooth teeth. Kick out your Sunday teeth. Vampire thing going on. Bigger eyes. Eyes. Bigger. Whenever you're working on something, ask yourself a question. Why not make it look crazy? Life is boring, right? Why not make your stuff just look absolutely nuts? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Tooth, teeth. That ain't bad. Sweet. This is actually starting to turn into something. I love it when that happens. Every time I'm like, maybe this is the time when it's not going to turn into something. And then it does. It's hard not to get swept up in it. This is looking really cool. I'm not 100% on her face here. It's looking a little narrow. She's got a real kind of heart-shaped face. I'm gonna tap out the cheek a little bit here. The other thing is that her eyebrows are actually blonde. Doesn't have the nice hard lines that I normally like to get. So there's a little bit of work to be done here. Getting this face to a point where I'm going to be happy with it. And I think in trying to replicate the shading that they do, I've lost a bit of my own style, and I've lost a bit of Is it too big, or is it not big enough? Yeah, the great thing about this is we can keep working on it literally forever. Because even throughout like the inking, it's already better. Even throughout like, the process of inking and even coloring, and even after coloring. Raise it up too high. Nah, shit. That's not it. Lower it down a little bit, maybe. Could be it. It's got a pretty long face. So hey, cool. All right, so we talk about like the difference between a rough sketch and a refined pencil. This is a rough sketch. If I was really pressed for time, I could ink right on top of this, and it would take me a little bit longer to ink, but it'd probably be shorter than doing a refined pencil and then doing an ink on top of that. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to take our time. Why not? So join me next time when I erase almost everything that I've done here and do the refined pencil over on top of it. I'll probably duplicate the layer just to be safe. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot by erasing something necessary. But it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll catch you then.